Alright, so this is the crayfish, phylum Arthropoda, class Crustacea. Okay, like all crustaceans, they have 5 pairs of walking legs. The first pair is modified as what's called the cheliped or the claw, the pincer. Alright, so this is the cheliped. They use that to grab their food. These are the other walking legs. They have 1, 2, 3, 4. These are just generalized for just movement, locomotion. So they have 5 pairs of walking legs, the first of which is modified for grabbing food. So this is called the cheliped or the pincer or the claw. Okay, they have 2 sets of antennae. Right, the longer one is just called the antennae. The smaller one are called the antennules. So these are called the antennules, the smaller ones. The longer ones are just called the antennae. Okay, they have 3 regions. The head and thorax are fused into what's called the cephalothorax. And this little covering here looks like a saddle. It's called the carapace. This region here is the abdomen. And at the end, they have 2 appendages that are used for maneuvering when they swim around, called uropods. And they also have an extension here called the telson. Okay. And they have what's called serial homology, because each of their segments has an appendage, and they're each modified for a different function. But they all have the same embryological origin, the same evolutionary origin. Okay, if you turn it over, you could see here are the walking legs again and the cheliped. And they have a series of feeding appendages around the mouth. Okay, and right next to the mouth you have 2 teeth-like structures called mandibles. Right, so these are sometimes called the mandibulates, and the mouth is in between the 2 mandibles. Right, so these are almost like lateral teeth that move this way to chew the food. So the mouth will be in between the 2 mandibles, and then they have what's called maxilla or maxillipeds, which are structures that they use to manipulate their food and maneuver it into the mouth. Okay, on the underside of their abdomen, they have structures called swimmerets, right, which are used also for swimming, for locomotion. All right, these are modified in the male. The first 2 pairs of swimmerets in the male are sort of hard structures, all right, and they're curved inwards. So you could always tell a male if you look at the first 2 pairs of swimmerets, if they're curved and like this. All right, so they use these for sperm transfer. And the female, all the swimmerets have the same consistency. They're also soft and feathery. Okay, and they use these to, with the fertilized eggs, they latch onto the swimmerets, and then the female could sort of move the swimmerets back and forth to sort of aerate the eggs to make sure they get enough oxygen. Okay, so then we could cut them open. All right, we have to cut the shell open.